Warning, this podcast contains weeping angels.
Yeah, new song speaking.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Doctor Who Season 9, Episode 12, Hell Bent. I am your host, Cleo, and with me I have Rachel.
Hey.
Erica.
And
Dom.
How's it going?
Good. It's a good episode.
This was alright, so obviously, I've said this many times, I started 50th anniversary. This just felt like a really good bookend to where I started. Like I'm not gonna stop watching, but it just feels like a good bookend to where I started.
Yeah, to the whole story arc, really.
Yeah.
And the fact that they called him the War Doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Or, what else did they call him?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Doctor of War, exactly.
Mr. President.
He's president of 2 planets now. Somebody's got to stop him.
No, he's gonna take over the galaxy. He's got all the time in the world.
The galaxy.
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world.
Everybody was kind of hoping that Rassilon would be back, but they were hoping it was like previous Rassilon.
Yeah, we're hoping it was Timothy Dalton Rassilon, but I don't care.
Yeah.
It's still Rassilon.
He regenerated.
Yeah. I was super excited when he said his name. I was like, "It is him! I'm not crazy."
No. I was like, oh, so he didn't die. He just regenerated.
From what I've
Into an
seen,
older man.
they were freaking out that one guy regenerated into a black woman.
Why are they freaking
Then-
out?
Well, I don't know. People are weird.
Then they realized that it wasn't regenerating into a woman; it was regenerating back into a woman. Because as soon as she finished regenerating, she's like, "Oh, back to normal. Okay."
Back to normal.
Yeah. What? She's
That
like,
whole
what
man
an ego.
phase.
Yeah, she's like, what an ego.
Yeah. How do
Right.
you? She turns to the male soldier. She's like, "How do you deal with that?"
Yeah.
See, I don't understand. What is the big deal with Time Lords changing gender on the show? I don't get it.
Well, they can change gender. I mean, obviously the Master did. They identify like, oh, I identify as male kind of thing, and that's what I say. Some want to be experimental, like I wonder how the other they can. It's almost like they have suggestions in their mind, so they can turn into whatever they want if that's what that one suggestion kind of thing. It's kind of a mental thing.
Yeah.
But I think with people who act surprised and outraged, it's like, calm down.
Pretty much.
Simmer down now.
People being people.
You need to simmer down.
But I mean, even before Missy, even before the Master regenerated into a woman, it was the episode The Doctor's Wife, where they're in that like pocket dimension, and it's a transmission or a message from another Time Lord who had both genders in his regeneration.
Right.
Like they said.
Yeah, it's just some I guess some Time Lords don't care what they regenerate to. They're just like whatever. And usually they regenerate. They see when they go on their travels, they regenerate to a face that they've seen before, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then there's some that like I say, they say, oh, I am a man, so I'm going to regenerate to a man, kind of thing, or I'm a woman, so therefore.
Yeah, it's just self-identifying.
Yeah.
Really all it is.
There's no rule or anything on them.
I have a sneeze stuck in my face.
How does that happen?
It's stuck right here.
I don't understand.
Sorry.
Can't you dislodge it?
No.
So we started off in the Nevada desert, and I'm like, "Hey, this looks familiar."
Yeah, same here.
Didn't River shoot a Stetson off of the Doctor's head in this desert before? And then he goes into the diner, and it's like, I have seen this diner before.
I was like, I saw the desert, the red truck, and the diner, and I'm like, yep. I was like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
They always go back to somewhere they remember.
Yeah. And I have to say, I didn't quite see where that all was going.
No.
Because, like, I thought, the Doctor trying to get rid of Clara's memories to make her, whole and not have her die or whatever. I was like, hey, why would you do that? You saw that happen to Donna, and that wasn't good. Anyone involved. Why would you want that for Clara?
Well, kind of was. He gave her, that whole wedding lottery ticket for a wedding gift. That came out good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So as long as she doesn't remember, she's fine, and she has a fail-safe, too.
Donna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, remember when the Master tried to take over, when he was taking over everyone's faces? And they tried to get close to Donna, and basically the TARDIS energy exploded out, and she passed out, and it kind of...
Oh, right.
It bugged out everyone else around her. It's a fail-safe for her. It's like, just in case she starts to remember, they'll do this, and then she won't remember, kind of thing.
But sort of I always have like a negative emotion associated with Donna's exit, just because she kind of reverts to a worse version of herself. Like, she grew as a character with her time with the Doctor.
She grew, and that's what her grandpa even said. She's become such a better person since she's been with you, and she just went back to the way she was before. Maybe a little bit better, but not knowing why. But it was sad. It was sad because she, learned so much about herself, and then it just was all for naught.
But I somehow in the end was kind of satisfied with what they did with the Doctor losing his memories of Clara instead of Clara losing hers of the Doctor.
Yeah, and it definitely seemed the way they were setting it up, it was going to happen the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I liked it.
She's like, I inverted the polarities, and the Doctor's, after like a while, he's like, I don't even know if you can do that. I don't even know if that's a thing.
And she's really like one of the first, companions that have actually like taken the sonic whatever screwdriver sunglass and actually used it without his permission, kind of thing.
Yeah,
So,
actually. I'm trying to think of if there's any other.
I mean, there have been other companions where he's like, here, use it on this when I tell you to, kind of thing. But she's the only one that's really like taken it and just like, okay, I know how to work this.
Yeah, used it against him.
Kind of.
Yeah, I didn't think of that even. Do we think that she still has the sunglasses? Because I said I thought she did, but my dad pointed out she put it in his pocket.
She gave it back to him, and he put them in his pocket.
That was before he passed out, though. She could have taken it again.
I don't think she did.
I hope she has it. If her and me are gonna fly in space together.
You're flying in space?
I'm flying in space.
Right, as I said.
Talk about me. I really liked her in this episode. A shielder. I really liked her in this episode.
I've liked her this whole season.
Oh yeah, me too. But for I don't know, for some reason I liked her especially in this episode because she's just like putting the Doctor in his place a little bit. Like, what if, hybrid is two people and you're half of it?
Yeah,
We didn't get any answers about the hybrid, by the way.
None.
Not a single answer.
Zero.
I liked how right there at that scene they went right back to hinting at the Eighth Doctor half human thing.
Yes.
Like, what
So
if
we found out
what if the hybrid is half human, half Time Lord?
Yeah.
Well, we found out what she was half of. She's half Meyer, so whatever.
Yes.
Alien race.
Yeah, well, I know we couldn't remember, or I couldn't remember best.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but Erica mentioned what was it, 2 podcasts ago, or was it last week?
I think it was last week.
The that movie that the taboo movie that everybody doesn't want to talk about.
It's actually good. It's not bad.
Yeah. It's like that relative you don't talk about.
It's like the Star Wars Christmas special.
It's not, because it's good. Like, you're saying the Star Wars Christmas special
it's awful.
Bullshit.
Realistically, it's like Torchwood Children of Men.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's that thing. It's that thing you just don't talk about.
Yeah.
I also liked that one. Oh, it broke my heart in
Children
4
of Man or whatever it's called. Just don't talk about it.
Yeah. If you don't talk about it, it didn't happen, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But no,
So this is basically the WWE. If the referee didn't see it, it never happened.
Right.
That's
oh,
what
wait,
you're
there was
telling me?
another question I had about Classic Who.
No,
Shit, what was it?
It's kind of like WrestleMania X7. You just never talk about it.
Oh, what was the question?
I
should have wrote it down.
I got that analogy. All right.
I do love the fact that they made them homage to, like, when he was a kid and found the room and found the way to get out. And at first, I thought maybe you were talking about the master because he's kind of nuts.
Because the taps.
Mhm.
It always comes in force. He said the taps always come in force. I was like, so was the master, and then he slipped up.
Well, no, the four knocks is that goes back to Tenet. It goes back to the 10th Doctor. He was told that the how he will die the man who will kill him will come and knock 4 times.
Oh,
And it was Donna's
dad.
Donna's grandfather.
My bad, grandfather.
And he knocked 4 times on the containment thing, and he took and then he that was a very emotional charged episode too.
Yes, it was.
So, yeah.
But yeah, that was the 4 knocks was what the master got from looking into this time stream.
No, it wasn't the 4 knocks.
Yeah.
What was the drums?
Well, it was the drum beat in 4s. In 4 time. Was what the master got from looking into the. Yeah. It's not the time stream. I did this last week too, and I can't remember the name of it.
It's called the Infinite Schism.
Yeah, there we go.
It's called the Speed Force.
Yeah, the Speed Force. Same thing.
No.
No, the Speed Force literally is the same thing as they're referring to in Doctor Who is the untempered schism or whatever.
I feel like it's a similar concept, but the Speed Force has different properties.
Yeah, the Speed Force is actually alive.
Yeah.
Well, I think the schism's alive too because we see it
we don't know if the time tunnel is alive or dead or what. So.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can assume that it's alive because of Bad Wolf, but that was the TARDIS. Yeah. As it's confusing.
No, the TARDIS is alive, so why not?
The TARDIS is alive, but it was like the energy from the schism that was in Rose. Anyway.
Well, the whole drum thing was a loop, was the master's loop because he made the drum, made the sound of the drum, put it into the stream, and then his little self. It was a whole loop.
Yeah, he drove himself crazy, basically.
Yes, basically.
But I don't know if anyone caught it, but in the music in this episode, they put in the main theme from season 1. Do 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 do. They put that a little at a different tempo in the music in this episode. And I heard it and I was like, Bad Wolf.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, with the old TARDIS, it's kind of homage to the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the original TARDIS.
Yes, it's very retro and white.
Yeah, I was like, it's the old desktop. Yay!
It reminded me of that room in the original Willy Wonka. Wonka TV. It felt very much like that to me.
A little bit.
It's Wonka Vision.
That's the default state of TARDISes.
Yeah.
Before they changed to match their owner.
That's the original
and
desktop.
The TARDIS is almost like the Great Glass Elevator. What if the Great Glass Elevator was actually a TARDIS?
Yo, though.
Oh God.
Oh yeah.
I'm in.
Down that rabbit hole.
Goes forward and backward and slantways and sideways and any other way you could possibly imagine.
Exactly. Even through time. I like because when the doctor was talking to me.
You. Okay.
He was talking to me.
Okay, got it.
It was go.
She said summer can't last forever. Did anyone want her also to after that say winter is coming? I was sitting there at the TV, I'm like, say
it was definitely that little ha-ha kind of moment.
Yeah.
You're like, really? You're almost like, seriously. But, you know, they were going to have to at one point. They were going to have to do something like that.
It was a nice... I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was a nice, like, oh, winter is coming.
Everything is done on purpose, little things like that.
I like the word puns they were doing with Maisie's name. He's like, "Who's at the door?" It's me.
It's me. Like, he really made it sound like it was another version of the Doctor.
I thought it was him too.
And when he walked out, I was like, oh, it's me.
They did that exact same spot at the end of the universe. Back when Tennant was doing the whole thing with the Master, and that's where like all the balls of human came from.
Yeah, was that the same spot though? Because I know it was the same time, but I
don't
didn't
know
think that they were on
location. It's what they sounded like was sounded like space was collapsing in on itself, so it was like the last bit.
Yeah, a Shilder literally said, "You've got 5 minutes left," or the doctor said, "You have 5 minutes left." She was watching the stars burn out.
Yeah, I was also. I don't know if anyone noticed the sliders when they show in the face. I think one of it was Tennant's face.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This the whole Clara thing really confused the hell out of me this episode. And I know I shouldn't.
Didn't go the way that you thought it.
No, it's not that. It's not. I shouldn't be looking at this logically, but I have to because I'm a person of logic, right? So as much as everybody tells me you can't look at the logic in Doctor Who, I still have to try. And the whole taking Clara out of a still position in time and then taking her somewhere. Mm-hmm. How is time still moving but it's frozen?
You have to think about it, well, because they're Time Lords. B, you have to think about it sort of as a Bill and Ted's logic in time travel, where it's like, I gotta remember to tell myself to do this. So as long as in her future she goes back to that point in time and dies, everything's fine.
Okay.
So she can do what she wants now, as long as somehow she ends up back at that point and dies.
Okay. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. But it doesn't sound like they want to do that.
Around.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like they're going to, though. That's what is kind of freaky. And then I wonder if she does it, what the ramifications of it. I like to see the ramifications of all this, since she's a fixed point in time.
Well, she did say she's going to take the long way back, so...
Yeah, so they'll get back eventually, probably.
If it's 50 years from now, it's 50 years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
But how would they know if she ever goes back within, you know what I mean?
Well, in her timeline, in her future as it is right now, she goes back. If there's anything that changes her timeline, where for some reason she doesn't get back, then things will start falling apart. But right now, she's destined to go back.
But, you know, since she doesn't have a heartbeat right now, is there a way for her to die in this other timeline she's at?
That's another good question.
Because if she dies in this timeline that she's creating, the second, offshoot, that would totally fuck everything up. But whether or not she can die or not is a whole other story.
Yeah.
That's true. So, yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see Clara again before she makes her way back to her death.
I'm sure we will at some point. They're not gonna just leave. Why would Doctor Who just leave a big gaping plot hole that they never go back to? Why would they do that?
They tend to go back to him after several years and fix their plot holes.
No, they might be.
That's true.
They might go back after, another 10 years.
I just want a webisode of her and Ashildr just running around the universe.
Yeah. But Sally Noble in chat said that she
Sally
thought...
Noble, I like your screen name.
I know, right?
That's your real name. Congratulations.
She thought this was a great send-off for Clara, and that she loved the Doctor playing Clara's theme on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, I thought that was great. I really liked it.
Yeah, and she went out in a clever way. Like, because she technically has had 2 exits in this sort of trilogy of episodes, where she died. We saw her die.
Right.
And that presumably is still happening. We saw her die, with the courage that Danny taught her. And then we saw her, save the Doctor and run off with everything the Doctor taught her.
Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty satisfying. In the middle of the episode, I was just like, oh God, is this a Donna thing? Am I going to be angry at the end of this episode? But I was really satisfied.
I do like when he goes back into his TARDIS and on the chalkboard it says "Run, clever boy," and I'm just like, that's a nod back to her very first appearance.
But I think that's what she whispered to him.
It could be.
Oh, she's always told him that.
Oh yeah, no, but I think that's what she said to him before he jumped in the hatch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, Clara's technically, because like I said, I started in the 50th anniversary, so Clara's my first companion, and this is my first companion leaving. I don't feel like sad to see Clara go at all.
No.
Like, I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I was just like, that was really well. Like, I really, they did it really well. I enjoyed watching her exit.
Some people are still not over Rose.
Yeah.
These things happen.
Yeah, I mean, there's some companions you get attached to, and when they leave, you do get upset. Just like doctors, when you get attached to a certain doctor and he leaves, and people get upset, I don't like this new doctor, blah 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, everyone has their favorite companion. Everyone has their favorite doctor. That's just how the show is.
Yep.
And
my first doctor.
Your first doctor.
The War Doctor.
Got 1 episode.
That War Doctor.
The War Doctor was awesome.
There's never been a doctor like him again.
You're right.
There hasn't been a doctor like him since.
He was very unique and very needed.
He was.
It was because it was, how many seasons? 5 seasons where we were like, I don't know what's happened, but at the time we're like, nobody knew, and we got all the answers, and it was nice.
And then there's always been that
getting answers was nice.
There was always that question of how many, regenerations he actually had left, because we didn't know what was going on during that time, and and then I loved in this episode when he's like, how many regenerations did we give you? We'll be here all night. I don't care, whatever he said.
I'll have all night.
Yeah.
And then he also made a reference to when he shot the soldier, the lieutenant or whatever he was. What regeneration are you on? 10. Good luck.
I was so sad. I'm like, you just shot him, dude. What the hell?
Well, Clara said that you just killed him, Daddy. We're on Gallifrey.
But Clara made a really good point. He was like, he didn't really die, and Clara was like, yes, he did. Because that personality is now dead and he's moving on to the next. Like, that's just how life goes.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that she said it that way because it's like, yes.
But, then again, it sounds like she was really happy that she did it.
Yeah, I mean...
Not Clara, but the lieutenant.
We also found out how many years the Doctor was in his little thing from last episode.
4.5 million.
Billion with
a B.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And Clara doesn't know that he spent 4.5 billion years just dying.
No, she doesn't know that.
She didn't know.
Right.
But she knew he was trapped in that thing, and they're like, he could have left anytime he wanted if he just told us what we wanted to know. And he was like, I don't know.
And it was just the fact that, after all that time, 4.5 billion years, he still came back for her.
Yeah.
I think that's what really got her.
Mm-hmm.
And, they realized this is a cycle that will never end. So one of them's got to do something to break the cycle because, so I think the choice that, she made reversing the polarity, everything, I think that was a good choice.
Yeah. No, I did. I think she just pointed the sunglasses at the thing and just like prayed.
Yeah.
She is very clever.
I hope this does something.
But the doctor didn't even know if like reversing the polarities would work. I think she just looked at it and was like, please.
Yeah, right.
I don't even know if you could do that.
Yeah, the doctor's like, I don't think you can even do that. That's not a thing.
That's not a thing. But yeah, it was a very, especially, I loved it when he didn't go straight to the city. He went to the barn that he was in, and the lady's up here. Hey, you're not supposed to be here. Those are for when the boys come back. And she's like, oh, okay, never mind. They're gonna kill you, you know.
Can I just say she was my absolute favorite? Because twice she came into the bar and did nothing but this. And then walked
Cleo, wait, Cleo, can you do that face again?
no reason.
Can you do that face one more time, Cleo? Thank you.
I just love that they sent all these people to get him, and he just didn't say anything to them. He made a line in the sand and just turned around, walked back in. And they're like, they asked the sister, what is he doing? It looks like he's going to finish his soup.
Looks like he's going to finish his soup. Yeah, she was awesome in this episode.
Oh, yeah, I love her.
Sister of Karn, I forgot what her name is.
That whole scene was amazing. Like, that whole string of events was amazing.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
He just
that looked like good soup. It made me hungry.
Well, it was like everyone they sent, he just looked at him, turned around, and walked away. Like when they sent the whole council, and they all bowed. By the time they got up, he was gone. He's like, nope.
What does he want? He wants you, Rassilon.
You jackass.
You jack.
He doesn't blame all of Gallifrey, just you.
Just you.
And now I know where Gallifrey was at the very end of the galaxy.
Yeah, well, they somehow got it out. It was in a pocket dimension, but they somehow got it out.
Yeah, that's what Gallifrey Falls No More was for.
Yeah. But okay. No, but I thought after he got it out of the painting.
That's what he said. He even said, I don't know how they got it out of the pocket.
Yeah, he said, I didn't even bother asking them because I didn't want to give them the satisfaction.
He didn't know how they got it out. So, but now he's the president of Gallifrey.
And the president of Earth. He's got to stop being president of planets he's not on most of the time.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I'm sure he won't abuse that power.
Never.
Not at all. Oh man, I was
yeah. Sally just in chat. Sally goes, when the guy said drop your weapon, and the doctor dropped his spoon.
Yeah, that was great.
There was little nods to like previous doctors in this one. A lot of them.
Yeah, the whole reversing the polarity was like a big saying back then.
And it was cool. It was a good ending to it, and it was. And if you didn't know anything about Doctor, some of the little sayings you would never have caught on.
Yeah, like I didn't know the reverse of polarities was an old Doctor Who thing.
Yeah, the full saying was reverse the polarity of the neutron flow.
Oh, that I remember. Yeah.
And I do like that, even though he didn't remember Clara, he still remembered that wasn't this diner on the other side of the mountain?
Yeah.
And he was like, I remember this place. He used to come here all the time. Yeah, that's where the River and Rory and Amy used to meet, and they used to go over their diaries together to see where they were synced up. But,
I love that the diner itself was a TARDIS.
Yeah. I like that now that TARDIS is just an American diner flying through space.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing.
I love it.
They'll never go hungry again.
Nope. Rassilon, do we think we've seen the last of him? Is he gonna pop up again somewhere in the universe?
Eventually.
They were at the end of it, so he only had a couple galaxies maybe to go to. We don't know.
It's not a matter of...
You don't know how I don't know. I mean, I don't know how banishment works with Time Lords. Maybe they send him to a different time.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not a matter of where. It's a matter of when.
Exactly. It's always a matter of when. When are you going to run into someone? You don't know.
I hope we'll see him again. I really like Rassilon. He's such an asshole. It's great.
He's such an angry little man.
He is. And he was, like, especially little. I don't know why. Because he had the big head thing. But, like, if you took that away,
it was like overcompensation.
Yeah.
I do love his robes. If someone want to make those robes for me, send them to me.
Cleo will get on it. She's not busy at all.
Give me more things.
She's not busy at all. She's got plenty of time.
Should I show you the boxes of crafting stuff I had to do this week? I don't want to.
No.
Maybe I'll make myself those robes and just give you my robe while we're around the house. Just to make myself feel important.
That's why I made myself a wizard hat. I just sit around the house with it.
I don't blame you.
Pretending I'm Gandalf. Anyway.
You need to knit a beard to go on the.
Yeah. I have a felt beard.
There you go.
There you go.
So.
Just knit it into the hat.
Yeah. What else do I want to say about this episode? One more thing. Oh! Do we think the Doctor knows what the hybrid is, or was it just like
I think he said he didn't know. They thought he knew, so he knew what information they wanted to get. He didn't know, so he just made them think that he knew.
But the way he said, because when Clara asked him what the hybrid was, he said it doesn't matter. He never said I didn't know.
It's true.
Yeah, that's the only information that was keeping me alive, so I didn't give it to him.
Yeah, so I don't know whether or not he really knows or not, and it doesn't sound like he does because, with this when he was talking to Shilda or me, whatever you want to call her,
If he is the hybrid, then he technically wouldn't know necessarily if he's going to be the one that destroys Gallifrey or whatever, so...
Yeah, and it's a prophecy. Prophecies are notorious for being half wrong most of the time.
Especially when he's not really supposed to be interacting with his own timeline. He especially wouldn't know if it was him.
Well, he broke all his own rules.
That is true. Not all of his own rules. Just a lot.
I do like when they're like, well, sometimes the prophecy, he's like, okay, most of the time the prophecy, he's like, okay, all
the prophecies concur. He's like, no, say what you mean.
And the lady from Karn, oh my god, she's so sassy. She didn't even have to say anything most of the time. And her look on her face was like so amazing, especially when she's like, get out here, little boy. And Claire's like, little boy? Like, how old are you, lady?
Yeah, what was it in the times of whatever? Expect the Company of Immortals.
Yep.
I mean, I'm wondering.
At the end of times, expect Immortals.
Is the Sisters of Karn? Are they like, like nuns? Are they like Time Lord nuns? Or are they just?
Are they Time Lords?
I don't know, but she shows up everywhere.
That is true.
She just wanted to watch the fireworks.
Well, I know that, but she shows up in a lot of his. A lot.
And with increasing frequency.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe
they are. Maybe the Sisters of Karn are like the nunnery for Time Lords.
Maybe they're the hybrid.
Maybe, but it seemed when she came into the council room, it seemed that the sisters weren't welcome, or at least to Rassilon. It seemed like they were
not. He wasn't. No, they're not welcome here. Of course, no one's welcome there. With him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you can't really go by him.
But it seemed like she's known him for a long time. She called him a little boy, so he is possibly younger than her.
Karn was once a colony planet of Gallifrey.
Okay.
So she could be
part
Time Lord. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She could be. We don't know. We don't know her origin. I wish that would be like an amazing story too, right there. Hello.
I think so too. Yeah.
Doing an origin on her because she's an amazing character.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm hoping we get a little spin-off series with Clara and Me.
I hope so. Even if not just like a webisode, I just really want one episode of them like dicking around.
We might, some off little thing. They do every so often, but I mean, a lot of people have been wanting even a one-off about Jenny, or even as far back as his granddaughter Susan.
Yeah,
he left.
We don't know what befell her after the war.
Well, Susan, he abandoned her in London.
Oh,
so she's in London. So it's been years. So she could have regenerated and all
hundreds of years.
I can't remember. It's one of the old doctors. Because she was his first companion.
Her. I don't remember.
She was the first companion. So, you might be able to find that one on Netflix or somewhere on the web if you really look. But yeah, and then they did the same thing with Jenny. They saw her, she flew off, and that was it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know I don't know where I saw this, but there was like an article talking about Davis, I think, wanted to just have her die at the end of that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
Moffat was like, no, have her fly away. And then in an interview, Davis was like, yeah, in my head, she immediately died after she flew away. So she may actually be out there.
Wow.
And it just depends. I mean, it's still there.
Yeah, no.
He may think that she died, but it's still out there. Because, as long as, if you don't see the death, they're not dead.
This is true. And Davis doesn't have a hand in the show anymore. It's Moffat. So
yeah, that is true. I don't know. I'd really like to see some adventures by them.
Yeah, I mean, they have done it. I mean, with the Sarah Jane.
I would like just maybe the next, like when Capaldi's done, right? When Capaldi's done, just get Clara and Me, and the whole next season is just their adventure leading up to her going back, and then then cast in the next Doctor and whatever. Like I think it would work. It'd be something different. It'd be kind of unique to the series.
Or they could do during the off season. That would be good. I mean, like what they do with S.H.I.E.L.D. and Agent Carter.
Yeah,
they have the off season. I mean, it would be good. And a couple episodes, maybe.
It really, I guess, it depends
4
on
6 episodes. It just depends on what they want to do.
Well, it depends on her schedule too with Game of Thrones.
Oh, definitely, yeah, definitely.
So.
But it also depends on. I mean, I don't know how the BBC works. What they're different than American TV. So I mean, here you could do that. Obviously, they've done that. We don't know what their contracts are like there. So.
Yeah.
We don't know if they can do spin-offs like that. I mean, we know they can do spin-offs, but we don't know if they could do the mid-season thing in between seasons.
Yeah.
Yes. Do we have anything else to say about this episode? I really liked it. In the middle, I was unsure how I felt. But
hands down, my favorite episode that I've seen ever of Doctor Who, which is a short list in comparison. But out of the two seasons and the 2 Christmas, or what, 2 seasons, 2 Christmases, and the 150th anniversary. That's what I've seen. And out of all that, this is my favorite one.
Yeah, I mean, I also liked, what I liked about it was, when you said last week that there was going to be Weeping Angels, Cybermen, and Daleks. This was, what happened, it was not what you expected to happen.
Yeah, it was definitely a very poor introduction of Weeping Angels for me. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
You need to watch Don't Blink.
Yeah.
I will. I'll get to it.
Yeah.
But yes, the whole dialect asking them to exterminate him was really kind of sad.
Oh, Sally said the Doctor gets a new Sonic.
Well, yes, we know.
Yes, we forgot to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And which means we're gonna have to add a new one to the.
And looks mysteriously like the one that River Song has in a certain episode with Mr. David Tennant.
Not really.
A little different, but closer than the green one looked. Just gonna say that. You know what?
I have River Song Sonic. It looks all different.
Go get it.
Hold on. I'll be right back.
Go get
What'd you think of this episode, Erica?
This is one of my favorites. Collection. Long time. It was really good.
Yeah.
Excuse me, one of those are mine.
One of the coolest things is I've been taking Danielle through all the show, and I started with the first season.
It doesn't really. I mean, there's similarities, I guess, in this part, but.
Yeah, okay, it's different.
So,
yeah, the nose is a little longer in the new one.
But there's one thing, Cleo, that Rachel doesn't know. Maybe she doesn't know. I know Rachel hasn't watched the preview for next week, or not next week, but the Christmas episode.
Yes. Well, wait. Let's let Erica finish.
I'm sorry. My stuff got unplugged.
I'm saying that I've been showing Danielle through Doctor Who. We finally finished with the first season, and she saw all the Bad Wolf and the regeneration and all that. We got like 2 episodes into the second season, and asked her how she's liking it. She's like, "I like the last Doctor better."
Yep. Yeah, this is.
Yeah, pretty much everybody says that.
For this one, anybody who hated Capaldi in his first season, like, give it another chance. Like, if you haven't watched it, I don't know why you're watching this podcast, but I'm just saying, go back and watch. Because he grew into the role, and he was fucking fantastic this season. Pardon my French.
It always takes a while for the Doctor to come, because you're not used to him. And
that statement scared me.
This Doctor was also a special case, I think. Because at first he was Grumpy Cat Doctor, where he was like kind of, closing himself
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. But as it went on, learning and growing, and he's sort of less Grumpy Cat, still Grumpy Cat, but, more of himself. I think we really just, found out what kind of man this Doctor is now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and also, I don't think it was with this open. Well, let's just. See, I have a little thing that opens, and it's supposed to light up, but it's not lighting up. It's where, River Song's soul is.
Yeah.
Where soul is. But yeah, it does. I don't think it looks like. It doesn't look like it. I mean, the top and hers was red.
Yeah, you're right. Well, no, but the red setting always to me looked like it was something added on to the screwdriver, where it was just like an extra thing.
Yeah, but yeah, hers is shorter than most of them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm just like, I was talking to Dom before we started. I was thinking, I bet you they have a whole bunch of these the new ones made up, and they're gonna push them out for Christmas.
Oh, they will.
For them last month.
I haven't seen them yet because I googled the new I bet you within this next week we'll start seeing them like on Think Geek or even on the BBC network, on the BBC website.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's going to be a big thing. Exactly, it's going to be a big thing. It really is. If not, they're going to do it after the new year, but they are going to start. They're going to start pushing them out soon.
I like the way that crystal is on it. Like the thing lights up, the little shaft lights up.
Yeah, exactly.
If you notice the blue, because since it's blue, it looks like a little TARDIS at the top.
Oh, it kind of does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It looks like a little TARDIS. I was Googling it before the show. So it does, yeah, it looks like a little TARDIS. And so I looked at it, I'm like, oh, another one to add to our collection. Money, bye.
Yeah. It's Christmas Day on a remote human colony, and the Doctor is hiding from Christmas carols and comedy antlers. This is the Christmas episode synopsis, if you couldn't tell. But when a crashed spaceship calls upon the Doctor for help, he finds himself recruited into River Song Squad. What?
River Song's back.
The husbands of River Song. So I assume that means multiple Doctors. I assume that is what that means.
Well, everyone's like, well, she doesn't know him in this one. I was like, well, since their timelines are reversed, this could be the first time she's met him but
Rachel,
not.
we've actually seen the first time that River meets.
Well, wait, no, the
Doctor.
kill Hitler.
Yeah.
But their timelines are so screwed up.
You're right. It could be an earlier meeting. You know, an earlier whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're not literally backwards. They're just.
That's the only way that people could describe it, because
but the first is the last, and the last
is the first, and
and everything else is
wibbly wobbly tolly whiny.
Exactly. So this could be an earlier version, but it seems like they're already married because it's called The Husbands of River Song. So it's probably
He would know that they were. He would know. I mean, I don't know.
Unless it's.
She wasn't married to this face.
That's true. That's true. She can always tell.
Yeah, but we don't know. From what I've heard, that she doesn't know him in this episode, so that's why I was thinking that it was the first.
We shall see.
We shall see what happens.
But this might be the first time she's seeing the space. So,
we don't know.
2 more weeks. Woohoo.
I'm just so excited for River. I love her so much.
I can just I can see her right now when I watch the Arrow. So.
She's been in like 2 episodes.
I should have been more than that.
I guess. But they need to kill off Malcolm Merlin so we can get Jack back. And we can get what I've always wanted to happen, which is Jack and River just like broing around the galaxy together. Super gay best friends is what I want.
Super gay best friends. I loved Captain Jack. Captain Jack is amazing.
I do too, and I miss him so much.
Gillers wants to know if Me could become a threat in the future.
I don't think she has. I don't think so. She's not a Time Lord, so she could fuck with time, but with Clara with her, Clara's gonna be like, listen here, kick her right in the butt.
She could be the hybrid.
She could.
She is a hybrid, whether that.
But I think the hybrid's gonna end up being like.
What if there isn't a hybrid?
The hybrid's gonna end up not mattering, because it could be, a child of 2 warrior races. Doesn't have to involve the Time Lord.
Everybody's assuming it's only 2. I think it's going to be more than 2. I think it's going to be a lot more than 2.
What if there isn't? What if it's just a story that the Doctor started a long time ago and it just got passed down?
Yeah.
And he just told the story to have it being passed down.
Well, no, it was told.
You know what I mean?
It was told before his time, because it was.
Time is irrelevant.
Yeah, exactly. He could have told it. He could have told it to a little kid before he was born and said, "There's gonna be a hybrid of this, and then through the ages. We don't know. Maybe there isn't one. Maybe it was just something that we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't. We might.
We will never know.
It might have been.
But I'm just saying that is very Doctor Who to have that happen, because it has happened.
Definitely.
So
Rachel, where can the people find you?
They can find me at Twitter at Savannah17 and on Twitch at Savannah.
Erica, where can the people find you?
Pretty much everywhere at Erica Rain 7.
Dom, the thing I said to the other 2.
Oh, you can find her at Savannah17 and Erica at Erica Rain 7.
Good job. Do.
Phenomenal.
Cleomoto. You can find me at Cleomoto on the socials and on Twitch at the Cleomoto. I'm sorry, Dom. Did you want to finish?
No.
You can find all of us at ASOTV Podcast.
MySpace.
Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows, and tune in for the Christmas Doctor Who special, which we will probably do the first week of January, when everyone is done with holiday things.
Oh, it changes color. I did not know this.
Until Christmas. Bye-bye.
Bah humbug.
Oh, that button makes it change color.
How come we can't have a Doctor Who Hanukkah special?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not even Jewish and I want that.